Afternoon, everyone. Nice to see you all on here. We thought we'd come on and do another video because we haven't had much time to do some on the YouTube. We've done a couple of lives, which we will still be doing. We'll get back to that soon. So I had a nice weekend at the demo in Leigh. Where was that? That was up north, wasn't it?
Manchester area, yeah.
Manchester area, yeah. That was really nice. And, you know, it's really nice people, all friendly, made us feel very welcome. So I'm trying to think where the next one is now. What's the next one?
Is it Chichester?
That's it. 6th of June, we're up in Chichester. And then later in the month, we're down, or up rather, at Blackpool. So, yeah, quite looking forward to that. You know, so there'll be more recordings of the demo for you all to listen to on the Patreon side of things. And, you know, if you like the video, press the like button, of course. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. So it's up to you. But this is what we do, and I shall go into trance shortly and bring Jonathan through, which is my spirit guide. You know, for those of you that join this channel or accidentally come across it, what happens is I relax my mind and body, and then that allows my spirit guide to come and communicate through me and use, you know, work with my higher consciousness and his, and to step into my aura and work through that. So if you just come across it, then that's what happens. I don't know how he changes my voice, I have no idea, but, you know, whatever we're going to do today, what's the subject for Jonathan? You're going to ask him anything, or?
Yeah, about life reviews.
Oh, life reviews. I hope we're all behaved then. I ain't going down, I want to go up. The lift's broke. So if you get in the lift and go up, press the up button, top shelf, top floor. Don't press the ground floor because it's a bit hot down there. I'm not going in there. Oh, you should get a suntan if you go in there, won't you? You get a suntan. But anyway, speaking, we like to sort of bring a little bit of, you know, a little bit of jovial laughter into it, because you can't be serious all the time. Anyway, so what's going to happen is I'm going to do a little prayer and I'm going to go into trance, and that'll be it. And I hope I don't go down and go up. All right. So I'll see you all on the other side, not literally.
Good afternoon. I am pleased to join you and welcome. We come from the spirit realm to give you advice, to give you healing, to give you love, to give you peace. So I understand that you would like to ask some questions, Sir Tom.
Yeah, that's okay, and thank you for joining us.
You are always welcome.
Yeah, just as a side note, I always leave the part where you come into the room, Jonathan, just to leave that little bit of peace for the viewers, and just to see how it happens.
Yes, that is wonderful. I do not mind that.
So today we'd like to ask about life reviews. And the first question is, what is a life review?
A life review, yes. A life review is what everyone has when they come home. And what it does is allow you to see all of the love that you have given and received, and what others have given to you and they have received from you. So everything you see is of importance. The things that you see that you had on earth have no meaning to you anymore, because they were only earthly things that you required when you were here. But the love that you shall receive is so beautiful. So when it comes to the life review, yes, it is only ever the soul that judges oneself. So if there have been any situations where you have hung on to emotions, or you have not let things go, or you have perhaps not forgiven yourself for something, or you have had a misplacement with your family, you will see all of that and you will feel the emotion of it. But that will not stay there for long. Some of those that have done what you would say is awful things do tend to go away and think about it. And that may seem like quite some time, but of course time does not exist in the spirit realm, only the moment, but that moment may go on for some what seems like time. But others will accept, and they have come to know what they have learned from their earthly experience and other experiences, and some come across and see other lifetimes should they choose to. But the first port of call is your immediate life that you have just come home from, and that will be the one that is shown to you. So when you come to the heavens, the great one you name as God is an energy that is all-encompassing and all-loving, so will make no judgment upon you. And one might say, will leave you to look at your life and evaluate it and see what you have accomplished. But you will only ever have love from that energy.
Yeah. It might be an obvious question, but does everyone experience one after death?
Yes, literally everyone. Every soul comes to experience that. Even myself, yes. All of us experience it. There is no doubt about it. Even souls, that only stay in the spirit realm, that have near-death experiences, will have life reviews. They may see things, they may see their past lives, but of course, they will not have the full life review with a near-death experience. They will have the life that they have lived and are yet to live. So sometimes part of their life review will be the future of what is going to happen when they go back to the earth and complete their life.
Do animals experience a life review, or is it just more of a human soul thing?
Well, animals do have a life review, yes, because like humans, animals will have had some form of fears in their lives that they would have needed to overcome. And so they know about the spirit realm, they know about home. They're old souls, but they've had their fears and their woes to experience, but not as much as the human, of course. But if they had been through some sort of trauma in their life and treated cruelly and that sort of thing, or they have had fears from previous lives, yes, they will experience how to overcome them.
Is it immediate as soon as you join the spirit world, or does it happen a bit further down the line?
It is different with everyone, you see. Each and every soul has a different experience. Some may travel around the universe and see that before they go home properly. You know, they will have their freedom and enjoy that, and then go into the light and enter into home and then have their life review. Some may go into a wonderful garden that they may see. They may carry old memories and see old things, and then they will have a life review. So it is different with everyone.
Okay. Do you look at the review as yourself from an emotional perspective, or are you more able to distance yourself and just learn from it more as an outsider?
Well, some do feel emotion, especially if they have done wrong to another. And they feel the emotion of that other person that has experienced it. They are the recipient. And they will feel that emotion. And some of them say, you know, that's awful. You know, and I know how it felt, and I have experienced that here, and enough, you know, I don't want to experience anymore. So it's not a punishment. It's you evaluating it. Yes.
Do we experience the life review on our own, or is it shared with other souls, or maybe parts of it shared with other souls?
Well, I guess that you would sort of see it on your own, so to speak, but if others were wanting to have a look at it that had passed over, I'm sure that they would, yes.
So the life review isn't just for yourself, it's for others as well.
Well, only if you choose it to be, you know, but we don't hog anything here. But a lot of the souls that have come back with these near-death experiences have evaluated it usually with another being that is usually their spirit guide.
Okay. Would you only relive major events or every interaction?
Would you say that again for me, sir?
Would you only relive major events or every interaction?
I think that mostly it is the love that you had experienced and given. It would be those poignant moments in your life.
Does it feel like the review lasts for a long time, or is it just a sort of a blink of an eye to you when you're watching it?
I guess it would be a blink of an eye, but when you experience emotion that somebody else has felt because of what you may have said or the way that you have acted towards them, then it may seem a little longer. But, you know, people say, well, enough, you know, I have felt and experienced how that other person was feeling at that time, and they do ask it to stop, but it will stop immediately, of course.
You said about feeling others' emotions that you encountered in your life. Is there any action taken by yourself after this?
Well, you know, I know that you won't keep coming back here forever because, you know, as long as you are a human, there are those sort of things going on. There's negative and positive behavior. But you would see how far your soul had evolved from that. And some of the souls will choose, perhaps many years later, to come back and swap roles and understand the emotion, but of course in a different lifetime and a different timeline. So they would say when they got to the earth and experienced the emotion, why me? But they didn't remember. They had amnesia because of the previous life. They'd swap roles to experience the opposition, so to speak.
Do you experience guilt or regret in the spirit world with this life review, or is it, I'm sorry, if so, is it experienced differently in spirit?
Well, I would say it is experienced in a different sort of form of emotion, yet it is still an emotion. I guess that you would evaluate it as some of the souls come back to their loved ones through these mediums, and they would like to say sorry. Even if the recipient didn't accept it, they would understand that, because then they can see things from all sides, rather than just at face value.
Can a life review ever influence reincarnation or future choices?
I guess it would, yes. Yes, most certainly, because it would depend on how you would work through your emotions in this life, what you have held on to, how you have given others, you know, your love, as to how you would plan your next life if you were going to come back.
Are souls ever surprised by what actually mattered in life?
Yes, they are. Yes, I do see a lot of them, especially the atheists, you know, that come across. And we're not there to judge them at all, because they had chosen a more earthly existence, so to speak. And when they come home, they're very, very surprised, and they are surprised at what they had behaved like, by not understanding it. But I would say that perhaps that was their plan.
Are unresolved conflicts revisited?
Oh, would you say that again, sir?
Are unresolved conflicts revisited?
Yes, I do see that does happen. Yes. I would say that sometimes the souls tend to sort of hang around if there is unfinished business, and they tend to send signs to the loved ones about that. It doesn't mean to say that they are unsettled, but maybe they want to help others on the earth that are connected to them and sort things out. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. Are souls ever unwilling to face the review, or want to put it off, maybe if they've made bad choices in life or had a bad life?
They tend to see it anyway. They tend to understand that they need to evaluate the life and what they have learned from it and how they have progressed. But they will feel the pain, and they will not always like it. People say to me, well, I thought it was supposed to be gloriously and deliriously happy in the spirit realm. Yes, it is, but that's just the life review where you see that and perhaps feel some of the emotions of the opposition.
Is forgiveness part of the process?
Yes, it is. Yes. To forgive yourself is to love yourself. You were only in the ego state in the physicality. And now that you can see all sides of every story, you have the greater understanding of that. And some of the souls will want to come back to finish things off or to correct things. But everything is still going to be negative and positive, and you won't keep coming back here forever. So I would say that those that go on their spiritual journey or find themselves and start to love themselves, it doesn't make them perfect in ego behavior, because everyone will have a day that is not so good, and everyone will have disagreements with one another. But in general, it does help you to ascend, so that you don't need to keep coming back here.
How detailed is the memory in spirit compared to earthly memory?
Oh, absolutely. It's clarity beyond belief. Yes, it is so clear. Everything is remembered.
And lastly, Jonathan, how was your experience with the life review?
My experience, well, it was wonderful, but when I had my life review, I could see myself disagreeing with my father, and I could almost see what he felt like, and I could see that his point of view was sometimes right when perhaps I wasn't. And I felt that I needed to make things better with him, but of course, the understanding of, well, I wasn't going to be around forever, and none of us are around forever. But I understood that I perhaps needed to look to him a little more, and I needed to look to love myself a little more.
Is it easy to make things better in the spirit world?
Yes, it is, because of the fact that you can see everything from all sides of every story. Rather than, if people here, they will deny blame, or they will feel guilt about something and not want to see the other side of the person's story. They will not want to feel it or understand it. But, in the spirit realm, you do.
Thank you, Jonathan. And I'm sure there are plenty more questions that could be asked, but that's all we have for now.
Well, I'm sure you will save them for another time.
Thank you.
I give you our blessings and our love, and may God bless you all always.